All right, son. I'm sitting here right now. I'm at the corner. I'm in Bangalore, in the Fraser district, and I'm reading the newspaper here. Okay, this is Friday, September 10th, 2010, right? And I come across this article now. I'm sitting here in Bangalore, and look at this article here. It says, "Unholy burning mess. Defiant Florida pastor says Koran burning is a go-ahead." Okay, listen to this. Listen to this nonsense. Gainesville, a small Florida church, has shrugged off global outrage and vowed to go ahead with Koran burning ceremony amid growing fears it will ignite a wave of Islamic rage. Condemnation rained down from top U.S. officials, the military, the Vatican, and other religious and world leaders, but the church refused to halt plans to torch the Islamic holy book on Saturday's anniversary of the 9/11 attacks. Terry Jones of the Dove World Outreach Center, the gun-toting pastor, says the aim of Saturday's event is to send a message to radical Islamists. What, by being a radical himself? Nonsense. U.S. President Barack Obama exhorted Jones to listen to those better angels and call off his plan to engage in the Koran burning protest. Obama called Jones' plan a stunt. Okay, now listen, I'm not even going to get into this, but I will say this. We wrestle not against flesh and blood. Okay? That's all I have to say. So if there's a problem, you don't fight fire with fire in that way. I mean, in the literal sense. Okay? We don't point at each other and say, "You're evil." That's not how this works. If this guy wanted to have an effect, then he needs to pray. Because I can assure you that I'm staying across the street from a mosque in an amazing hotel with beautiful people. And I can tell you that they're praying in mass many times a day. So if he has a problem with that, then I suggest that he pray that many times a day. I'm no expert here, but I can tell you that this is nonsense. This is just stirring up rage. It is nonsense. Stop. I'm going to call this guy from Bangalore and tell him that we wrestle not against flesh and blood, against people. You know what that means? Just figure this out. Read the Bible and figure out what it means. Okay? And look at the real world. I mean, what's happening here is there's a church here in India that they are, in fact, it's called the Bhopal Church, that the Islamists have said, if this guy goes ahead, they're going to bomb the church. These are radicals, okay? They're going to bomb the church. It's right here, okay? And it says that if this guy does it, they'll bomb this church. Well, of course. So this is creating any kind of. Anyway, this is the state of the world we live in. Now I'm staying across the street from a mosque in a hotel owned. Anyway, it doesn't matter who it's owned by, but the point is that. I'm surprised that somebody doesn't drag me out of my hotel room into the street over this. Me, which I have no interest in any of this at all. But why not? If I'm an American Christian and somebody picks up the paper and reads this and said, this is what American Christians are, I'd say drag that American you see in that room up there out in the street and torch him. So thanks a lot, Mr. Let's see. Thanks a lot, Mr. Terry Jones at the Dove World Outreach Center, for risking my life, which I absolutely know. See, I'm going to go sleep there. In fact, I just realized that this is the 10th. So tomorrow night is the is the anniversary of 9/11. So this is how I'm going to celebrate it. I'm going to go to sleep at about 10 o'clock and sleep through the night and wake up in the morning across the street from on Mosque Road from a mosque in a hotel. I'm going to be doing what I'm doing every night, and that is reading my Bible before I go to bed, listening to some God TV, some CNN, reading the paper, looking at the financials and things too, and trying to be an example of what Jesus truly is here. So that's how I'm going to celebrate 9/11: is to sleep in the care of Muslims across the street from a mosque, fully a Christian. That's how I'm going to celebrate 9/11 2010. All right, son. So that's where I stand. All right. Greater is He that is in me than he that is in the world. Okay, now it's 9/11 India time. It's 9:10 your time. So this is I got some counsel after I made that tape. I fully intended to stay at that hotel because the people that were taking care of me, I had no fear of. I had no fear of the boys, that were the bellhops and those kind of people at all. There's one thing I didn't see though, and this is what a pastor pointed out to me in getting his counsel, and this is why we need, strong men of God to counsel us, because the thing I wasn't seeing was my presence, and its interference in their festival, in the sense that, that I have a certain look or a certain profile, and if I'm out there, then I'm just inciting, rage or something by my presence. I didn't even think of that. As far as I'm concerned, I absolutely felt safe to be there, but then I didn't see that side of it. That this is their New Year's Day and all that. So why should I put my face in the middle of the street and have people ask questions as to what's this guy doing here, what's this short haircut, and this kind of things, because of the state of the world. So I was told to go ahead and get other accommodations and respect their festival. And so I explained this to the guy when I left, and we had a good conversation about this. And really amazing thing is he asked me, in all candor, he said, "Is this all Christians in America?" This is seriously, because you understand, he has no other perspective. And I shared with him how, my family is nonviolent. My family comes from Switzerland in the mid-1600s, and we're nonviolent. We're Mennonites and brethren in Christ. And I told him I'm a Christian, but that this is not Christian. This has nothing to do with Christ. This guy's trying to get attention, and Obama says listen to the better angels. I mean, that's a pretty understandable comment in this part of the world. In other words, you're listening to the wrong voice, dude. Those kind of things. So. I have my own political views and voted for who I voted for, but the point is, in this particular setting, and I believe that God sets up governments, and I'm telling you, from where I'm sitting right now, I totally understand that Obama's the right person to be in this place right now, because God sets up governments. So all the people back home need to just simply chill out and realize that God is the one that sets up governments, and that no amount of emails or Fox News programs or CNN news programs or newspaper articles or anything is going to change what's in motion. Okay? So I elected to, respect them, and I had this great conversation with him, and I hope that I gave him a little perspective of what somebody who is, and believe me, I am no great Christian. I just come out of I don't know, 2 weeks ago, in fact, 2 weeks ago today, I'm ready to join a mission of Nithyananda or something, and so I'm no great example, but I'll tell you what, when you get in a situation like this, you get down to your roots, and you really do. So anyway, I'm going to say goodbye for now, and, there's no controversy, nothing's going on here, and I'm hoping that this guy doesn't actually go through with this, because if he does, he's going to get a lot of people killed, and not me, but a lot of Christians here working in India and other places, and military as well. So anyway, there it is. There's one of the answers to your question. Does the whole world hate talking about religion?